I love sticks. Sticks are the best. I think they're the best toy that God ever made. You know, as a child, if you pick up a stick, it's not a stick, it's a sword. Ooh. Or especially a lightsaber. Or a bow and arrow. Or a gun. Yeah, so sticks are the best. I love sticks. Much of what adults play with are sticks. You know, like hockey. What's that? That's just hitting a rock, a specially shaped rock with a stick. Lacrosse is the same way. What's fishing? It's just catching a fish with a stick. Yeah, so we as adults love sticks. And now that I'm an adult, I have a lot of sticks. I have a walking staff. I have another piece of wood that I got from the northern woods of Wisconsin. I got this piece of wood from the shores of Lake Superior. It's a piece of driftwood. And I have named it Mithrandir because I am a huge Lord of the Rings nerd. This is the Tree of Gondor. Yes, I paid for this. I spent the extra money for a Tree of Gondor hoodie because I love Lord of the Rings. I think it's the capstone of Western civilization, which might be... it's not the best of Western civilization, but it's the capstone because it encompasses all of our history and our myth. You know, like the barrel rider thing from The Hobbit came from a story in Rome when the Romans were all stuck on the Capitoline Hill and they were surrounded by Gauls, was it? Barbarians of some kind, and there was a barrel rider, a soldier who rode a barrel into secret canals underneath the city out to the Roman armies to relay information and messages. So, yeah, and the ends come from Macbeth, when the forest moves up towards the castle, and yeah, anyway, Lord of the Rings is awesome. If you haven't read it, you should. I love Lord of the Rings. It's fantastic. All that said, I saw this stick and I was like, oh, that looks like a staff that Gandalf the Grey would have. Who's my favorite character? So, we are going to be adding the frills to the top of this. We're going to be doing a variation, I should say, of Gandalf Staff. We're going to, you know how there's like all these twisty parts up here and a gemstone in the middle. We're going to add that to this stick using some silver wire. I mean, I can't afford silver wire, so it's steel wire. But it looks silvery, so that's close enough. And yeah, it's going to look awesome. Right, so Gandalf's staff has a gemstone in the middle of it, and to replicate that, I'm going to be using this. There we go, now it's centered. Right, so we've got our gemstone, we've got our stick, we've got 3 spools of 16 gauge galvanized steel wire. If I understand correctly, galvanized steel is what the SpaceX Starship is made out of, so we're already cooking with the right materials. We've got 2 5-minute epoxies just in case we need 2. And most important, well not most important, but also still important, we have a little LED light that we're going to attempt to put underneath the gemstone. Alright, the first stage is to tear apart this little LED light, so let's see if we can do that. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh yes, that works quite nicely. Fantastic. What are you doing? Right, so we have our wire all cut to size. Hopefully that's enough. Don't need these anymore. Now we also have our gemstone wrapped in wire. Very good. It's going to be facing this way because this is the angle that looks the best. And we have our LED separated out, all good and ready. Okay, an update. I paused putting the wires into the staff due to the fact that I need to attach the gemstone to the top, which I just was going to drill a hole in the top of it and then stick the gemstone in there with some super glue. And then beneath the gemstone I was going to have this little guy, which is a little spring I made out of the wire to hold this, which is the LED. Unfortunately, I left the LED, I had the LED on when I was trying to put it in here. You know, just slide it in, pop it like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Glue it in and be able to take it in and out for recharging. But what I failed to account for is the fact that this is steel wire, and steel wire conducts electricity, and when I tried to slide it in, the wire shorted out the circuit, and now this LED is ruined. So, great. There we go. Lovely. Fantastic. I don't know what to do now. An update. I have this flashlight in my room. Woo! It's a little dinky. I don't use it for anything. But this part lights up wonderfully. There's a blue LED and a white LED. We are going to smash it with a hammer and see if we can't get the inside out and figure out a way to get it into the staff. It lives! Woo! Alright, we're back in action, baby. Let's go. Okay, now it's time to drill the cavity. Okay, so it's a lot better now. I don't want to drill it all the way through because I'm worried I'm going to break the wood or my hand. So yeah, it's going to stick out halfway like so. That way I can reach a little screwdriver in there and turn it on and turn it off. Very fancy. Next step is to get the crystal in, which we'll probably just do just like so. Just ever so slightly. Gentle. Yes. Perfect. Okay. I'm babbling again. That's okay. You know what? I think it's time for a smoothie break. Let's just move some stuff over to the side.
Escaped!
Alright, just using our smoothie. Okay, I am something of a smoothie expert. The key is to know what kind of flavors are supporting flavors, what kind of flavors are primary flavors. Now berries are primary flavor. Things like strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, cherries, peaches. Those are all good primary flavors for a smoothie. But they all need a little bit of help, you know, just a little something to help bring out their better qualities. Pineapple does that. Pineapple's one of the supporting flavors. You see that? That's where the supporting flavors come in. Pineapple's one of those things. Mango. Ooh, mango. I love mango. Mango's one of those supporting flavors. So you just gotta... Yeah, there we go. That's good. You gotta balance out your primary flavors and your supporting flavors. Also, don't forget to add sweetener. I like to use natural sweeteners like honey or agave syrup. Woo! Yes, very good. Actually, just take this, put it on, baton, and okay, would probably help if I plugged it in. Man, I am just a mess today. Okay. All right. do it. Let's have a little taste test now, shall we?
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's very good. That's fantastic. All right. Serve up in whatever cup you want it in. Yes. Right. Smoothie break done. Well, not done. Still have to eat the smoothie, but eat the smoothie. Drink the smoothie. Still have to drink the smoothie. But yeah, on to the work. Yay. So I've drilled holes in the top. 2 little ones. Yep, there you go. You can just barely see them in the glare. One right here and one right here. We're going to stick our wire crystal into there, and I'm going to make a wire little trapdoor for the top of this hole to hold the light in place. Right, so I have the LED secured in the bottom by this little wire thing, and then I have the crystal held on top of it. So on to adding the wires. I have laid out all my wires on a span of duct tape, and I am mixing in a bunch of 5-minute epoxy with the wires, and then we're going to wrap this around the staff and leave it for an hour and see what happens. So let's do that. Alright, it's been an hour, so let's see how it's turned out. Right, so the epoxy worked for the most part. I was able to get most of the duct tape off. There's still some left, but that's okay. I'll just wrap it in wire and it'll look good when it's done. Right now it looks pretty janky because I haven't sculpted the wires yet or added the frills or anything yet. But that's okay. It's just part of the creative process. Yeah, so I'm going to add this last cluster right here where it needs to be filled in. Just like that, with some epoxy, some more 5-minute epoxy. I'll let it cure and I'll let it set for an hour, and then we'll get on to sculpting, and that'll be the actual fun part. So the next area I'm going to focus on is from here to about here, because this is the kind of grimy, messy area before I actually sculpt the actual twists and turns of the upper area. I'm just going to wrap it with wire. Yeah, pretty simple. There we go. I have finished wrapping the wire around the central core, making it nice and strong and dense and heavy. It feels really solid. I like the way it feels. Yeah, we cover up all the glue and that mess that was just the glue and the duct tape, and now it's all gone. And now we get to do the fun part, which is, I kind of left it rough at the bottom, just because I kind of liked that look. Also, I left it rough at the bottom. It was a choice. We'll see if it was a good one. Also, I like how I started it. Look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Fantastic. But now, we get to sculpt with it, so it doesn't look like a witch broom anymore. It looks like a Gandalf staff. Yay! Alright, let's get going. Ladies and gentlemen, it's looking good! We're going to trim off the tops of each of these now. But, oh, look at that. Gemstones lit up. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. Woo! Alright, let's get to trimming. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at her. Look at him. It's a male. It's a male. I get to decide the gender of my stick. It's a male. Mithrandir. Male's name. Oh yes, I'm calling it Mithrandir, which is the Elvish name for Gandalf. Because why not? Yeah, it came out pretty good, if I do say so myself, which I do. Yeah, look at that. Look at it spin. Oh, gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, and the gem lights up. Boop. Which you can't really see in this light. We have to demonstrate that in the other light, in the other room. Oh no, you can see. You can see the gem light up. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yes. It's fantastic. I also wrapped wire in every place except for the part where your hand goes, because it's kind of uncomfortable. So this area right here is just wood. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. All right, I am pleased with this. All right, here we are in the bathroom, which is why it sounds super echoey. But I just wanted you guys to get a good look of it. Oh, look at that. Look at that gemstone. Oh yeah. Fantastic. What do you think of it, Bowie? What do you think? Do you like it? Huh? What about this end? Not interested? That's okay. Perfect ears.